Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your July 2025 forecast. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who don't believe in astrology but who want to hear their forecast. I apologize for posting it a bit later. I was sick. I also apologize for being a little bit stupid right now and a little bit slow. We are going through a heat wave here in Germany, and I have no idea what the temperature is in the room right now. What I can tell you is that it is close to unbearable. So I'm asking you to bear with me. And let's start. Let's start with Venus. Venus is in the beginning of July in Taurus, together with Uranus. Taurus rules your area of creativity, joyful living, pleasure, fun, romance, but also children, in case we are enjoying them or want to have them, create them. It's something that brings us creative joy, creative spark, romantic involvement. In this area of your life, you were supposed to individuate during the past 7 years while Uranus was transiting Taurus. So, as a result, you're supposed to have refined your ideas about what brings you joy, what is your creative voice or taste, what you find great in romantic adventures, or how you are able to be seduced into something, and how you feel about having children, or how you feel about your own children and spending quality time with them. And in the first days of July, but especially on the 3rd and the 4th of July, Venus will be acting together with Uranus here. And this may be a great time to enjoy life in the way that you have learned suits you. It could be something weird. It could be something that not everyone will enjoy. But it's your thing. You know that you enjoy it, so go for it. Right after that, Venus will switch signs. It will move into Gemini. Gemini rules your area of day-to-day activities, the actual labor that you do on a job on a daily or almost daily basis, the way you take care of your health, the way you take care of others, your routines, your scheduling. Summer 2024 to summer 2025, this area was influenced by Jupiter, planet of luck and abundance. It was supposed to inspire you to improve your day-to-day life in a way that's uplifting and optimistic and maybe ambitious as well. Jupiter moved on. It entered Cancer, and I will be talking about it next month at length. But Venus is entering this area of your horoscope, and it will try to motivate you to keep working on your day-to-day life with love and with pleasure and with taste that you are developing right now. Venus here may also be a female co-worker or a subordinate or a female person who you hire to help you in some way. Right after that, on the 7th of July, Uranus, this planet of disruption and everything unconventional and unexpected and original and groundbreaking, will also move into this area of your life. That is, it will move in Gemini and will start influencing this area of your life. And it will remain here for the next 7 years. So within the next 7 years, you will have to revolutionize your day-to-day life. That could be switching jobs, for example, or changing the way you do your job to make your skill set unique, or your voice unique, or your style unique. It could also be working with people who are unconventional and original and weird, and people who other businesses, let's say, don't work with for some reason. It can also be changing your schedule, your routines, the way you take care of your health in a cutting-edge experimental manner. You don't have to do or successfully achieve any of that in this July, but you may start getting ideas, especially if you talk to those women who you can, work with, hire, consult with, take recommendations from. If you like them and you think that they maybe know what they're doing, ask them questions. Maybe you will stumble upon some ideas that you didn't have previously, and maybe those ideas will inspire you to experiment and explore. An important factor, maybe the most important factor in the astrology of 2025 and 2026, are Neptune and Saturn in Aries. They have been there for a couple of months already. Neptune entered Aries in the end of March. Saturn entered Aries at the end of May. In your horoscope, Aries is responsible for home life and family life. And those two planets are very demanding. And they will demand something difficult and time-consuming from you in this area of home and family. You will need to reinvent this area of your life, or restructure it, or start doing it in a new, more mature, but also maybe idealistic way. The possibilities that exist here are, I'll start with the unpleasant one. This is loss. So you may experience some loss or some limitation or some deficit when it comes to your home or family life. Or you may decide to buy property, or you may decide to start a family. All of these tracks. If you want to explore what those two planets are demanding of you, you can go back and listen to the horoscopes for June, May, and March. But the important thing for July is that both those planets are starting their retrograde phases, which will last for a couple of months, for a few months. Neptune goes retrograde on the 5th, Saturn goes retrograde on the 13th of July. And as they go retrograde, the pressure they were putting on you for being serious and productive and responsible and idealistic about your home family life, it will start to subside a little bit. They will not be as demanding. And it doesn't mean that the task is not there. It doesn't mean that you will not have to do what you will have to do. It's more like you will have to do it, but in 2026. And for now, you will have something like half a year when you would be able to prepare for that. Take a step back, reassess, regroup, get the resources that you were missing, maybe finish some projects that were keeping you from investing into home and family life in earnest. And then in 2026, you can pick it up again. The full moon in your sign on the 10th of July is a good reason to celebrate yourself, but in a sober way. You can celebrate yourself with alcohol. It's just important that mentally you keep the pragmatic, realistic, sober attitude. It would be useful if you could remember your wishes or pledges or list of goals that you made either on your birthday or for the New Year's, and that you go through those goals and wishes and you try to assess how far have you come since the birthday. Do you still want to do this? Or maybe you want to cancel some of the tasks. Do you want to course correct? Did you neglect an area that you actually wish you have spent more time on? If you have a list of wishes and plans, get back to it in the days surrounding the 10th, and then see how you're doing and maybe course correct from there. A lot will be happening in Leo this month in your horoscope. Leo rules a few things actually. Deep intimacy in romantic relationships, shared property and interconnectedness in complicated financial relationships, such as relationship with investors, with business partners, such thing. But also your deeply rooted psychological, let's call them issues, but they can also be a positive thing. They can also be resources. So something where a lot of emotion is stored, something that is deep inside of you and something that is very charged. Since a lot of things are happening in Leo this month, it means that one of those areas of your life may be triggered. Let's say it could be your intimate relationship where you would want to talk about things. I'm saying talk is because Mercury spending all of the month here, and it also is going retrograde on the 18th of July. So under the influence of this Mercury, you may want to bring up some questions, some issues with your intimate partner and talk about some things, or maybe return to something that you talked about before and look at how you look at it now as a couple, but also as individuals. It's nice if you can rethink, reconsider, pick up the old material or whatever, edit, check the old thoughts, old messages relating to intimacy, to deeply rooted psychological issues, and to shared resources or getting funding. Old situations that provoke strong response from you or old partners may return to haunt you, or maybe to allow you to see that you have changed since the time when they were producing such intense responses in you. Against this backdrop, on the 24th, there will be a new moon in Leo. Now, new moons are amazing for new beginnings, but this new moon is also happening under the strong influence of Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius rules your area of private finances, so earning, spending, property, and self-esteem. And some of those things are changing now. Because Pluto is the planet of deep transformation. It cannot allow things to stay as they are, and it's changing them deeply. So based on how things change in this area of private finance or self-esteem, the goals that you set for yourself in the area of intimate relationships or deep psychological work or shared resources may be different. So on the days after the 24th, only set the goals that consider how you're evolving financially and in terms of self-esteem. The good news is that Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, that is now gracing your area of important partnerships, will move into this area next summer. And so whatever you are planning for the next year in the area of, again, intimacy, deep psychological issues or work, and funding, is a preparation for some sort of exponential, explosive growth and development in 2026 to 2027. And finally, in the very last day of July, on the 31st of July, Venus will move from Gemini, where it is sweetening your day-to-day life, to Cancer, where it will start helping your important one-on-one relationships and partnerships. Jupiter is already there, and about their work and what they do together, I will be talking a lot in my August forecast. For now, again, apologize for being a bit slow right now. I wish you a pleasant, interesting, exciting, intriguing July, and see you in the next videos.